So we're here with Matthew, the creator of Saber X. Matt, nice to meet you. Just tell me a bit about your background and the passion for lightsabers.
I think, like many of us, raised with Star Wars. It's been a passion since yay high, right? I wanted something that I could stick on the wall at home. I didn't need something that was going to be thousands of dollars. And when I started shopping for for what I would have considered basic, like we have a lightsaber that changes color, changes sound. There was companies charging thousands of dollars for it. So I never quite understood the value ratio, and I wanted to bring something to the market that was affordable for everyone. So that's kind of how Saber X was born. I got in touch with the manufacturer who was able to produce this for us, and we grew it from there.
Well, when we think about it, like, we grew up watching those movies. So you've got the generation that grew up 30, 40 years ago watching the original movies. And for the newer generation, there's so much content now that's created, right? So much content, so they can role play. So we got the people that role play, the people that, think about their memories, but how does it come together when it comes to, okay, why would I want to purchase one? Is it to combat? Is it to hang on the wall? Is it, where do you see it?
I think it's just iconic. I think it's something that when you see it on film, you're like, that's what I want. That is just the coolest thing. As a concept, it's iconic, and like you say, it's generational, right? So you've grown up with Star Wars. I grew up with Star Wars. Our kids are likely going to grow up with Star Wars. And they're constantly adding to it, which is what helps us because they're constantly creating new things that are exciting. So I think it's just something that's innately exciting to everybody.
Excellent. And finally, why don't you give us a demo about what you've created as the different pieces that you've made, the different concepts, and what would stand out like from what you've built. So obviously we've seen a lot of features, the way they come on, the type of sound, the type of sound you get on contact, the color change, all of those, and of course the different kind of models that you have representing, let's say, the different characters. So why not talk to us about that and then show us how it works?
Sure. I mean, there's no shortage of different models. We have over 100 models right now. We kind of expand on it and are creating new ones constantly, especially to try and keep up with canon, because that's constantly being added new ones, right? I'll give you a demo. I mean, you've seen some of the things it can already do. Let me just turn down the volume here, actually, so it's a little less loud. So they have features that a lot of the other sabers, like I was saying, you're paying a fortune to get them, right? We wanted to have something that you have the basics of what a saber should do for a reasonable price, at least, right? So pretty easy to change, right? And then on top,
so you got the flickering effect, the turn on effect, the sound effect, and what about the contact effect?
Absolutely. So each contact has different points. So we have different style blades, right? And it'll have different reactions to where you hit it on the blade. So there's a sensor in the handle, and it gauges how hard you're hitting that blade, and it kind of tries to see exactly where the contact point should be on the saber. So pretty cool little features for something for $500,
Excellent. So, and then finally, what will distinguish now the price range for the different models? So obviously to construct one, you pick your handle, and then after that, you just use any cover blade to finish it off?
Yes and no. There's basically 3 different tiers that you could have of electronics. Okay, so let's say you have a particular style or model that you like. That's no problem. Essentially, what's going to change after that point is the electronics that come in it. So you could have a baselit, a xenopixel, or a profi core, which is essentially the guts of it, right? And how it's constructed. So as baselit, we'll have just an empty blade that the light projects from the base. It's going to be a bit cheaper, greater for dueling, great for kids, better for the families. Xenopixel, more for collectors, really a bit more expensive, has the features such as this, LEDs in the actual blade, less durable for full contact, but can still take a lot of impact nonetheless. And then you have Profi, which is 100% customizable. If you want a half pink, half orange lightsaber, you can make that happen.
Excellent. Thanks a lot for your time today, and wish you the best, and thanks for exposing your different products out there.
Thanks so much.